Now to an ongoing I-Team investigation. Families sleeping on the floor for months, wondering if their priceless possessions are gone forever.
It is happening across the country at the hands of a moving company some call a scam. The I-Team's Casey Geraldo updates this story. And Casey, you learned what options these victims have.
Absolutely, and they're limited. It's not easy for these families to get their money and their belongings back. The Bauman family moved from Wisconsin to Florida, and they got lucky. They did get their stuff back, but they're still fighting this fight because they know they aren't alone.
I felt just gutted.
I started crying when I saw the state of all my things.
The only thing we brought with us was some clothes. The rest they have it.
I've been intense and motivated and angry and I'm turning every stone I could find to figure this thing out.
Everything these people own, lost, damaged, held hostage for months by Titan Moving and Storage. We first told you Chris Bauman's story in September.
If I didn't have a headset on, you'd hear this house echoing. It's empty.
After an urgent move from Wisconsin to Florida in June, Bauman waited months for his belongings.
That's my stuff.
We were with him as he finally got all his stuff back at a storage facility in Illinois 4 months later. Since then, we've spoken to dozens of people across the country, including the Angles in North Carolina.
We have all our memories there, all the pictures of our kids.
They moved in July. They tell me the company wants more money before telling the family where they can get their belongings. Barbara Richards moved to California. She did get her belongings, most of them damaged.
I sold my house and I left anything I didn't care about. The things that I had, some of them were irreplaceable and are now gone.
Christy Hammond paid thousands as a deposit for her move to Texas.
I started calling them to schedule the move, and nobody ever called me back. And I called every number I could find, and I emailed every address I could find, and they all were bouncing back. The emails were bouncing back.
She counts herself lucky. The company ghosted when she called to set up her move. But many across the country did load their belongings onto trucks, left to fight the company to get them back. In fact, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration has gotten more than 100 complaints about Titan in the last 2 years, 98 in 2018 alone. The company is registered with the Department of Transportation, but not as a household goods carrier, the title given to legitimate moving companies. Even so, attorney Evan Schmidt tells the I-Team burned customers don't have many options.
You have a federal law that makes it very difficult for consumers to sue the carrier, the moving company.
He explains federal laws were likely written for businesses shipping goods valued only for what the company would sell them for. But for personal moves, the current laws miss the heart of the issue.
We can replace the furniture, but not the pictures, not the movies, not the heirlooms from family.
Schmidt says, unlike state consumer protection laws, the federal laws for moving companies don't include attorney costs. So even if a family is willing to go to court to get back the resale value of their possessions, they're still footing the bill for a lawyer. The Angle family recently started a GoFundMe to cover an attorney willing to take their case for $350 an hour.
Thousands of people every year get scammed by bad moving companies, and nothing's being done about it.
I hope someone changes the law.
Yeah, I hope it
because
helps
if you
us get our
say
stuff back.
legally, something's going to happen.
The Federal Motor Carrier Administration is investigating this company right now, and we're continuing to follow stories of the people impacted. On TMJ4.com, learn how you can protect yourself in a move and where you can make a complaint if you've had a moving-related issue.
It's got to be frustrating for those families. Casey, thank you very much.